I have a hardcore remix version of it, Deb.
That was great.
So, everyone, welcome to Tarot the Stash Way, where we're talking about color. I am joined by Purple Elephant Deb H and Medium Betsy Palmer. There was going to be a fourth person here, but things happen. So there you go. I'm Tarot Stash because, this is Tarot the Stash Way.
Hi, everybody.
Yes. So, yeah, I guess I should let you two say hi.
Hello.
Hi. I hope everybody's having a great day. It's bright and early here on Maui, and it's a beautiful sunny day. Hope everybody's having a good day.
Yes. And
Well, silver, it looks blue on camera. It's actually quite purple in real life.
Oh, okay. So everybody, here's the remember with Tarot the Stash Way, I'm pulling out concepts, and I want you to. Hi, Monkey. Monkey looks.
Just watching the patio.
Watching the patio.
Monitoring.
Yes, Monkey is modding the patio.
He is. He is.
But Tarot the Stash Way is an idea for us to talk about different aspects of tarot and reading tarot. And one of the things that's been on my list is to talk about color, because color is, how did you say it, Betsy?
And often overlooked, but it's like when you need a signier sign.
Yeah. And so what's wonderful also about that is, and we'll talk a little bit, we'll try to get through as many of the colors as we can, because yes, I have my crayons to help us, and Betsy has her thing, and I also have notes for some of the colors because #overachiever. So let's say hi to some people. Julie Kushia Watts is here, who is actually going to be here on my channel in a couple of hours for the deck casual for this one with Jamie. So everybody be here for that. It's awesome. Spacia Rising, Beth is here. And Stephen, Cosmic Orphan, Vanessa S, hello. And there's Silver, hello. Hard to believe you're early. I'm just glad you're here, regardless of when you get here. That makes me happy. Plucky Heroine, hello. Scorpio Mama, hello. And pen and paper are at the ready. Good for you. See, here you go. Best chatters.
Yes.
Best chatters. And there will be an opportunity to participate. So, okay. Teresa is here. Thank you for catching the beginning. Wait a minute. There's Teresa. Okay.
Well, she is.
Mystic Traveler is here. Hello. Bonafide Gale. Hello. Love it. Okay, so it's not blue. It's purple.
It is purple, but it looks blue in this light.
Okay. Yeah. Kisses to Monkey. And yes, Jeffrey Smith.
Oh, that's my bro. Hi, baby. Glad you could make it.
Hey.
See you soon. We're having lunch together.
Nice.
Cool. He is a terrific dog.
Yeah. He is a noble little beast.
Yes, he is.
So, Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot is here. Hello, Deanne. Thank you. And Rose Flower, hello. Good to see you. And there's Julie. So looking forward to that. Yes, and isn't that turquoise beautiful?
Yes.
Betsy's wearing, so.
Communication Day.
Yes.
There you go. M is here. Hello.
Came to see the little hands. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead.
Oh, came to see the little hands. Well, little hands.
Yes, we must have tiny hands. Jamie, divert.
The tiny hands are reminding you to like and subscribe to all of our channels. And make sure you ring that bell so you can be notified.
I thought I was going to die last week when you had the magnifying glass on there. I thought I was going to absolutely die.
And Ms. Tarot D is here. Hello.
Hey, how
Ms.
you doing?
D. Good to see you. And all right. So just catching up. Pia's Life is here. Hello.
Hey, Pia.
And Twisted Sushi. Quantum Love for All. Good to see you. And okay. So, all right. So again, Tarot the Stash Way. I'm hoping that you get some ideas and concepts for your own tarot workbook. So,
Yes.
And so this time, as I said, we're talking about color. And by the way, no, I did not do this. This is a piece that was gifted to me by a former employee friend, an amazing quilter, and she did this. I'm gonna put it like this so people can see it. It's called The Universe of Roy G. Biv, and she did it because she did not like to use color, and I was all about color. And so she learned some color with that. So
It's just outstanding. Outstanding. And it makes a darn nice halo.
Oh, here. Put my tiny hands together to pray. I'm gonna be,
I want a screenshot of that. That should be your Christmas card this year.
So, all right.
You'll have to change that for Hot Gerald on your avatar.
Screenshot that. Yes, Beth. I was thinking the same thing. Good God.
Well, St. Gerald,
St. Gerald.
Jeffrey Smith is wanting to pet your doggy through the screen.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Monkey wants you to pet him through the screen, too.
Yeah, there you go.
Ms. Tarot said do it again. She's going to screenshot. Oh, my God. Killing me over here. Killing me.
Oh, here you go. Saint Stash.
That works, too.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. And a quilt, too. Anyhow. So we, this, okay.
I need a paper bag over here.
Everybody sip, take a drink.
Thank you. Yes.
Did you rehearse that first? No, I did not, because when you're this perfect, you don't need rehearsal.
Yeah, well.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think the priests probably had you covered with the practice there in youth, yeah?
Well, I'm pretty dang sure I have been a monk in previous lives. I mean, surprise. So. Is that you outside?
Yes, Sherry. Did you hear their quails that were imported for hunters? Yeah, they get a little vocal.
Yeah. Betsy just became completely ungrounded.
But it's in a nice way, the nicest possible way.
There you go. So this came up because I've been looking for another topic for Tarot the Stash Way. Links are below. And I was just like, it's about time to talk about color. It's on the long list of things that are possible. There are lots of books that include things about color. Is it the Pictorial Guide to the Waite Smith? Benabel Wynn includes some in the Holistic Tarot. Very helpful. This is a great book. Purchase responsibly. Know your limits. My first experience with it was with the Robin Wood Tarot, the book. where she actually has a glossary and for key symbols or common symbols, and she includes color with that as well. So, and I'm supposed to. Okay, well, I will. So I asked Deb and Betsy, I'm like, is this something that you'd be willing to talk about? And you both were like, yeah. So, when you think about color and tarot, is that share what your thought processes are? Do you think about it initially at some way? I mean, I know what Betsy said.
I don't initially, but then at first glance, if a color catches my eye, then I'm certain then it has something to do with the message. So.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's good to know what colors kind of mean if you want to incorporate that into your message.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, color it gives me the direction. It's like a starting point for me, especially in times when there's somebody's distancing from the connection. You guys know me and my famous deck. I have them shuffle and pull a card, and so if I can get the chakra and the color, then I can get a start on where to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm a visual artist, and so I've always played with color, contrasting colors, and one of the things that I think Jeffrey and I may have talked about it before, or it was Richie with a long stash. Colors of the wheel, all colors are appropriate for all of the seasons. They're just in different intensities. Spring colors tend to be a bit more pastel. In summer, they're very bright. They're vibrant. And when we go into the west, they tend to be a little grayer, still deep but grayer. And then at wintertime, they are definitely jewel tones. Real dark. So purple is the color of Ms. Thang. Fabulous. There you go. And Beth said color. I have a couple of friends who wear certain colors for each day of the week based on an astrology. They're both Vedic astrologers. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And color is one of those extra layers. You can use it or you can not use it. Or you can use it sometimes. Cheyenne Shining is here. Hello. And Linda Kelzer. Hello. So I thought, I pulled out some colors and I thought, let's see what we got. And the first color is white.
Oh.
White.
White is the presence of all color.
Uh-huh. So, and so when you see white, do you have an initial response to it?
I go here.
Soul
Star chakra.
Uh-huh.
Great. And it also, for me, links up with clear quartz, even though it's white. It to me is definitely on the light worker side. If I'm working with someone, it's in the realm of intuition, because most of my work with people one-on-one, if I'm not doing the medium thing, if I'm doing sessions with people, it's about intuitive deepening. So when white comes in, to me, that is working in fifth dimension and above.
Okay. When I see white, I think of an angelic presence. I also feel a sense of purity and newness. So those are some initial things. Jeffrey Smith said, so underaddressed in the spirit world. Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Narita is here. Hello.
So, and also white can be the color of divine protection.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. So this is, and just thinking about, one of the things that I try to consider is when I'm paying attention to color, and I'm doing readings, what is white? And that for me makes a big difference. White lilies means something different than someone wearing a white scarf or a white hat.
Oh. Ooh. Tell us
So,
more about that, please.
hang on just a second. Jeff said white to me signifies presence or ethics, and white is death. Is the death color in Asia?
Yeah,
Mhm.
funerals. Yeah.
Yep.
It can be, when I'm thinking about it in terms of reading, it can be the color of rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
It can be the color of purity.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see someone wearing white, it has to do with how their standing is as far as what level of purity and um, oh, I lost my words. Anyway, it's how they represent something pure if
Mm-hmm.
they're wearing white.
Yeah. And I oftentimes think of white as part of the moon,
Yes.
because like the full moon is white. And and Betsy too, if somebody is wearing a white scarf, depending, it could be that it's helping them speak clearly.
Love
It's
it.
clearing it's protecting their head from negativity. And I would encourage you, if you haven't done this before, when you're looking at a deck of cards or a reading, just pay attention to the color that repeats itself, because a lot of creators are very specific with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also with the light of the moon, then it comes to represent the divine feminine.
Absolutely. And that's another question. What type of energy? Active, receptive, or neutral?
Ooh. For white, I'm going with all three. I would say the same for black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think for me, it tends to be a bit more, I associate it with receptivity because of the moon. So I'm thinking of that, and that's intuition. So,
That makes sense.
but we had a couple of people who left comments, and okay, so yep, Chinese culture, it's a funeral color. White is death in Asia. White signifies the presence. Sherry said, always thought of white as cleaning or clearing. Absolutely. Plucky Heroine said, white, the blank slate, for me, a starting point. Which, in many different perspectives, I mean, a blank slate to an artist, a blank canvas, is frightening. It can be debilitating. And
Yes.
Overwhelming, yeah.
yeah, overwhelming. Jeffrey Smith wants to know, do you see significant colors psychically during readings?
Sometimes. I usually have to concentrate to do it, though. A skill it's a skill I need to develop.
Mm, okay. And Nancy Crohn's Intuition is here, who will be with me next Monday doing readings. Hypnicity is here. In decorating, white is neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Pamela Batchelor said, the energies of color by Cameron Gills and artwork by Lori Mena is a gorgeous deck.
Oh, now everybody is going to be looking that one up, aren't we? I'm done.
So, do you have an elemental association with white?
Isn't that interesting?
For me, it's spirit.
That's what I was about to say.
An elemental, to me, I kind of... the only thing that just keeps popping in my head is white coral. Corals from the ocean. So, yeah, to me, it feels very oceany. It's kind of interesting now that we're having this conversation. All of a sudden, I recognize that I'm associating colors with feelings. More than seeing a color, I'm feeling color.
And so what is the feeling that you have with the color white?
Yeah, it is definitely cleansing, purifying, clarifying, peaceful, centering, grounding. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of billowy, like a cloud.
It certainly could be. Absolutely. And see, this is why I want to have this conversation, because as with tarot, and we have our own abilities, when we add layers, there's so many possibilities. So,
yes.
Okay. We had some wonderful comments, and Malruta said, in decorating, white is neutral. Beth sees white as air. And Pamela Batchelor said, white is majesty in this energetics of color. She's got a deck that she has.
Oh, that's cool. That's a handy reference to have for this conversation.
Absolutely. In feng shui, white is metal.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And hypnicity, see white as angelic. You can do that. And Maruta said Kelly had a color reader on the other night, and that would be Thayer.
Yes, it would.
And you do stuff with Thayer.
I do. She is taking the summer off with me right now, but we do color readings along with mediumship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And M said, this is so interesting, and we're you were still on the first color. Yes. And Cosmic Blue Avian, as an artist, white is all the colors of the spectrum united. It's, to me, unity, consciousness, and oneness in its purest form.
Yes.
Love that.
Well, and can I interject something? Because a lot of people say color is all, or white is all colors, and black is absence of color. And I see them as equal, but opposite. I see black as all colors as well.
Yep.
And you guys know I wear a lot of black pearls. They contain all colors of the rainbow.
Yep.
But I think the focus is just a little bit different with the energies that it brings in.
I am with you, Betsy, on that. White snow. There you go. That's true. And white is light, in other words. Yes. So, okay. So we've done white. Anything else you want to add to white?
That what it means to you is what is important.
Yes. Yes. And Cheyenne said peace. All colors absorbed or all colors reflected. That's good.
There
I like
we
that.
are.
I have to write that one down, because I did say I had my pencil, right?
Yes. That's a great way to see it.
Mm-hmm. And scientifically accurate. So that would be science is true.
Yes.
Plucky Heroine said, one of the most beautiful things I've witnessed is a full moon shining on fresh, clean snow.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Same thing on the ocean. I agree completely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good conversation in the chat. Thank you, White. Okay. As a painter, there's many colors to get to black. Yes. Black does too. I agree. It's the balance. Yep. Yep. A lot of agreement.
Oh, cool. I'm glad to see that.
Yes. White repels too. It doesn't melt like black itself. Yeah. And Peter J. Watts is here. The full color spectrum of sunlight, white is death to me. You are not the only one. In some cultures, white is represents death. It's that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Can be stark, bare, or severe. Okay, and Jeffrey said, all colors absorbed is black, complete absence of any light. So, all right. We have truth from Vanessa, cleansing, emotional healing. Great. And we are, we're 26 minutes in and, we are
one color in the bag.
We've done white. Next up is the color. Well, it's okay. I'm going to say it's scarlet, which is a much more vibrant red. When you think of scarlet, what do you think of?
Blood.
Yes.
Intense emotion.
Yes. The root chakra. Yes. I'm actually going to lump that in, and I'm going to lump it in with red. So, yes, the letter A, I was thinking that. And, what's cool about that is she took something that was supposed to be shameful and made it all that.
Yes.
So, and the works of Mark Rothko, much subtle work. I love Mark Rothko. Mark Rothko has a chapel in Dallas, I believe. I'd love to see that. Okay. White can dilute it.
Jeff, have you ever been there?
I haven't, but I'd love to.
That's Jeff's hometown, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. Maruda said passion.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Shame. Embarrassment. Red is change, action, and movement. Red induces hunger. Yes. We have life force energy, as in the banner in the RWS Sun card. Yes.
And so with this one, it's a lot about fear and survival with the root chakra and safety and security.
Yeah. And Peter J. Watt said, seriously, it's a rebellious color of royalty for me. Makes sense. Strength. A fiery, a can-do attitude, anger. Yes. Deb, what are you thinking when you think of the color red?
I think of fire. I think of intense passion. It represents so many things like blood and being the it's the color of doing. It's the color of going and doing, and is also representative of some aspects of the masculine.
It's definitely an energy coursing upwards to me. It's interesting, Deb. I kind of feel like you and I are doing the same thing here. And it's such an internal process with color that it's like, but it's definitely, for me, it's uprising. There's nothing quieting about it. You're on the move. It's on the go. It may be temperament. It may be action. It could be the direction you're going, but it is fast paced. It's not slow. It's now, not in the future. And it's something to be attended to straight away.
And if you think about the flame, that's what it does. It moves up and it consumes in a hurry. It goes fast. So,
And I mean, and again, I thank you all. You are the best chatters. I'm going to have to rewatch this because of the good comments, the amazing comments. One of the things that I think about with red is it's definitely passion, it's courageousness, it's strength, it's vitality, and it feels very active to me. And for me, I think it's both. I think it's very active, and because red blood and menstruation, there's a power of that, and I think it's really interesting. And oftentimes, I remember having a conversation with somebody is if you wanted to do, you wanted to pay attention to color. And everybody wonders why they get upset at Christmas time. It's because they have all of the red candles around. They're picking a red, which is fire and anger. And if you pick a deeper, like a burgundy color, that's a bit more respectful and grounded. So
I remember talking to a guy 20 years ago, and he was struggling in his relationship. He and his girlfriend were arguing a lot. And in the course of the discussion, he said he had a red light bulb in his bedroom. And I'm like, hold that thought. Let's pick a different color.
Well, but think about it, the red light district.
Well, and that too. Yeah.
So, and again, this is part of that conversation. Deb is watching the chat go by. I love it. Just see
it's going so fast now.
I'm starring some things, so we'll get to those in a minute. And
let me just run this off. Sharon asked, "What deck is this?" And this is a deck that I worked in Sedona at a crystal store. One of the gals there was a graphic artist, and she had made these images up in her own repertoire. And I go, "Hey, can you print out a set and laminate it for me?" So nice. I'm guessing pull down some images you like on the web and create your own.
So, and okay, so let me go up because okay, so we got that. That was Sherry. What deck was that? Okay, so we have courage.
Mm-hmm.
We have offense and offense protection.
Yes.
Okay, here's a question. What direction is it? Is this one? No, I think that has to be. Is that white, Peter?
No, because Peter said white was death to him, so that's got to be.
Okay, so red, east. I think for me, it's south because of the element of fire.
To me, it's just up.
Okay. Okay. Delphi Ross is here. Hello. Pretty good show to learn about colors, and colors may have meaning in our dreams.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's the question. The short answer is absolutely.
Absolutely.
And just like we're talking about here, each of us come with an initial response when we see a color or we feel a color or we recognize a color in our environment. And then it can grow and evolve. So your keys are in your dreams is your definition. I love that. Cheyenne said it also has association with earth, depending on where you live, of course. Here in Colorado, it literally means color red. Red is definitely associated with earth. Okay.
Oh, yeah, red dirt. A lot of red dirt in the West. Okay, wait, this is totally off topic, and I apologize, but a few weeks ago, somebody had a reading, and it was a mediumship thing, and the person they were contacting was Theo, and I was talking about my shower curtain, who's named Wiley, that changed his name to Theo, and this morning, I keep getting Theo, 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 and it just came in again. So Theo says hello, just so you know. I cannot think without saying it. Anyway, so Theo's here. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Theo. This gives me a chance to get caught up on the amazing best chatters. And okay. Okay, so going back up, Beth said, color for brides in India and China represents new beginnings and feminine power. Red, worn on Sundays, planet association is sun with the Surya as the solar deity.
Oh.
That. This is, by the way, I'm putting these up there for if you're watching right afterwards, you can't see the chat right there. So there.
Oh, okay. There's Beth says that was Theo. Yeah, okay.
Latvian flag is blood red sides with white stripe down the middle. Symbolizes warrior wrapped in a sheet with no wounds on his back. Nice. Jeffrey Smith is moon power, white, angelic, purifying, streamlining. So we're back to white for that one. So cosmic blue, avian, consumer good, consumes, good word for red.
Oh, yeah. That's a good word, isn't it?
Yep. Consumes. Okay, I'm writing that down. And
not true. Gerald did mention.
What did I do?
Menses. She says no one has mentioned Menses yet. Not true.
You know, once you get to a certain age, you kind of forget about that.
Gladly forget about that.
Gladly forget about it.
Red is like a life force color. That's true. Mystic Traveler, I wonder if the author thought of that when creating Scarlett O'Hara.
I'm sure.
Margaret Mitchell, if I remember correctly, from the Gone with the Wind, and that is actually, wait,
and
that's actually a really well-written book, different than the movie, and it's like there's a reason it's a classic. Okay, I'm off of my soapbox. Thank you, Mystic Traveler.
So that was a very fiery character as well.
Yes.
I got to read a first edition volume.
Oh, cool.
I know. I had some old landladies in Illinois. Very old.
We're going to get my my red anger out. Yes, red can become too much very quickly. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that too, because if you look at the Robin Wood deck, a lot of the reds are tempered with yellow.
Yes, they are. Yes. Origins of red light district. Red lights were used to find the train workers when they made their stops, when it was time to go back to work. Okay. And I am corrected. Thank you. It's in Houston, the Rothko Chapel.
Well, you were pretty close, though. They're not that far apart.
Red stimulating and commanding. Red stoplights and signs. Red stop signs.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
South is fire, red, and feng shui too.
So question, when you guys find a lot of red coming up in a reading, what is the overriding message there for you? For me, red is cautionary.
It depends upon the context.
Yes.
Because if it's a card about a romance, it's something is brewing, and that's okay, lean into it. But if it's like the Tower and the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, it's like, be careful. This could go sideways really quickly.
Yeah.
And sometimes, Betsy, and I'm supposed to say this, sometimes it indicates that the situation is hotter than it appears.
Oh.
Like that backdraft thing where it's like, it doesn't look like anything's going on, but below the surface, it's boom. What were you going to say, Deb?
I was going to add that for me, if I'm doing a political reading, the color red will often represent a specific political party.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Red in feng shui is good fortune. Yes. The Chinese New Year, red envelopes.
Mm-hmm.
And Deanne said, my old boss, a psychic, would often suggest that I carry red wallet to bring in money. Okay. Isn't red an aura in an aura significant to an illness?
It very well could be, but for me, not an overarching, all-encompassing sign or symbol.
I would agree.
I realized that I was looking at my starred comments, and the best chatters had 35 comments, so I was like, okay. Isn't red in aura significant? And Pia's Life asked, do any of you see aura colors around people?
I don't want it.
I don't.
I don't either.
I beg not to.
So.
Because for me, auras are like spirit guides. You are not assigned one and only one in your lifetime. It's fluid. It changes all the time. So you might have a Carillion photography that looks like one thing one day, and then 2 weeks later, it's completely different.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So, that was Beth said a while back that was.
Theo.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. Theo. Yeah. Okay. Red always comes across as intense, passion, focus, and that's again when you're reading tarot. Look at me. I'm pointing. When you're reading tarot, pay attention to the placement of it and what's around it, because a lot of times it's content. So, okay. So back to, there's a color theory in all of Scarlett's dresses for the movie, according to the costume designer. Color is so very prevalent, and as Betsy said earlier, often forgotten.
Overlooked.
Overlooked. Thank you. That was the word. So, but it's so there. As a fire sign, I find it exciting more than dangerous. Of course. Because you probably play with fire and you think it's fun. I like to burn things. Hashtag, for entertainment purposes, I'm just joking, but a good bonfire is extremely cleansing.
Cathartic. Mm-hmm.
Cathartic. Ooh, what a good word.
Mm.
Okay, yes, Gerald. That book, Scarlett, Melanie, Ashley, names that evoke the characters. Ashley never got over his life being burned to the ground. Yep. Okay, Sherry said also red equals hot, burn, fire, danger. Yes.
Pyro stash.
Pyro stash. Yeah, color and literature. Totally sculpted. Yeah, definitely. Kathy, Tortoiseshell Moon, said vigor. Yep. And I'm not going through menopause. Danger. Yep. Red is given to the indigenous people of the Americas and other areas too. They're said to be the keepers of earth elements and food creation. And I think this is one of those things that I think is so important when we have a discussion like this. I don't know about you, but my mind has been blown at least 3 times, because I'm like, I didn't think of that. And as with everything else, I feel it's important. If someone's grounded, you may not see or feel anything as it relates to their aura.
Yes.
So, okay. Color in literature, color in film, a lot of energy force. Yes. Okay. Okay, just scrolling down, scrolling.
Well, shall we pick another color? We're almost at an hour.
There'll be a part 2, I think.
There's gonna have to be.
Okay, I'm Betsy's keeping us on track.
Me?
I know, it's so, that's why it's so odd. Color may be overlooked subconsciously, but plays a huge role in our subconscious. Yes. Yeah.
I remember, and this again about 20 years ago, a cousin of mine got severely ill. And so for some weird reason or another, my Muggle family members decided to ask me for psychic advice. And I was told to tell her to wear yellow. And there was green in her mouth, like an emerald or something. And she needed to say or speak her truth from the heart. And they all thought I was nuts.
Well, you may be nuts, but for a different reason. So, yeah. I think groups like this are monitored by friends, allies, boosters in higher dimensions. Good feeling. Well, good. I'm glad about that. Okay. Yeah, it is a great topic. And whatever Deanne says, Blue Crescent Tarot, she's working. She has 2 children, and they're dumping blocks on the floor. They're making key memories. So let's look at the color green. Green. When you think of the color green, what's your initial response? Heart chakra, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's love.
Okay.
And I also associate it with the earth.
Yeah, it's a big earth thing for me. It's also wealth. A lot of times because of my association with tarot, because of I associate it with north or pentacles. So there's this wealth and prosperity. When your land is fertile, you can grow. You can grow things. So
it's a secondary color, but
good point.
I still associate it with an element, the element of earth.
Yeah. So. We have health. We have trees, and growth. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Growth. Plant life. Nature, healing, peace for me. I like that. And I think, with green, yes, it is a secondary color, which, now that sort of blows my mind is because when you look at, primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. All of the other colors can be mixed with that. So green is a combination of blue and yellow.
Yeah.
And so you could oftentimes take those things that work with that and go with the secondary color.
Well, and so third chakra is yellow and fifth chakra is blue.
So the one in between is the heart chakra is green.
I love that.
And there's an element of nourishment with green that's coming up to me because I'm thinking of all the grazing animals and ruminants and whatnot that eat green things and are attracted, naturally drawn to whatever color they can or cannot see. There's something about the lure of green. I remember working in a store that had a dark green carpet, and babies, if they could toddle, they ran to that carpet all the time.
Okay. And I think it for me, oftentimes I associate it with north. So I think, I think of earthly wisdom, and that. So
it's a comforting color.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I always thought of green as comfort, coolness, shade, wealth, growth, food. Yep. Raphael. Archangel Raphael.
Well, and that's a comforting, just hearing that name is comforting. Plenty comforting.
Yeah. Stephen Cosmic Orphan said personal, subconscious, feminine, creative imagination.
Cool.
Beth said, to me, green is the pentacle suit in all ways. Resources, money, security, nature, earth. Yes. Kathy said healing.
Mm-hmm.
Plucky Heroine said, green for me is calming, nature, plants. Cosmic Blue Avian said, green universal flow of personal energy in constant motion, combo of blue, wisdom, knowledge, and yellow, divinity of our essence or soul part that connects with source creator. Nicole.
Well played.
Fanthwarp for Nicole. Cosmic Blue Avian. Fanthwarp. Nicely done. That's cool. I love that.
Nicely played.
Yeah, I'm leaving that one up there for a second so that when I rewatch it. Go ahead, Deb.
And is anybody else aware of the green grid around Earth? Has anybody else got an awareness of that one?
No.
I remember when I was talking to Jesus a lot, 20-something, 25 years ago or more, we would go stand out on the green grid a lot for these conversations. So, yeah, it's just, I guess it's like the energy blanket around the earth in a certain regard.
So is it active, receptive, or neutral?
To me, receptive.
Okay. Deb?
For me, it's more neutral.
Okay. And I'm more active because all sorts of things are going on. And so we may not visibly see it. I don't know. See, I'm going to have to think about this. Go ahead, Deb.
And it's okay for all of us to have a different opinion.
Yes, it is. Everyone is entitled to their wrong opinion. I'm kidding. You do you. And what's really important is I want people to think about this because it's your spin on it is what the person that you're with needs to hear, and you need it as well.
Yes.
I think all things come out of our mouths, and we're back to the heart chakra, right?
Yes.
Were you just downloading something, Betsy?
Well, no, I'm looking at Tortoiseshell Moon's, Kathy's comments, sometimes associated with envy and greed. So now we jump to ego, heart and ego, and being intertwined. Oh my.
Yeah.
That's another full episode right there.
The northern lights are green.
They are.
I did not know that. And green is associated with Mercury.
I did not know that.
I did not either.
Me either.
But wasn't Mercury the symbol of FTD Floris? Somehow that makes sense.
Yes.
That kind of makes sense, yes.
Yes. Sounds like the green flash of light at sunset.
That's fun.
Yeah. Cosmic Blue Avian said, there's green energy protection grid that often turns violet for healing.
I think it needs to turn violet more often.
Yeah. And see, what I would love to have a conversation with somebody is somebody who does Reiki, what they're feeling with this. So, sometimes associated with envy and greed, we got that. And I think green is active because it's healing energy to me. Active for growth. Green is also a balance, being the middle color of the spectrum that we can see as humans.
Oh,
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
It works for me as a medium because I kind of feel like when I'm channeling, I always tell people I'm marinating in love soup. And so that would be heart chakra association too. So it all kind of comes together. It's all making sense on green all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's I appreciate that. So I see it as active and fertile. And this is where, I think about, I'll just say it. Green blue and yellow, and then the opposite of red. So there we go, the fertility. You cannot have life without this aspect of fertility.
Yes.
The Empress in tarot
Mhm.
is oftentimes green. I can see that. Vanessa says, I place my jade sphere and citrine on that sector for prosperity.
Nice.
It's what I love about the Great Expectations. It plays green both ways. Comment above. That idea of hate, that greed.
Yeah.
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 So, of course, people like the combination of green and purple because they're secondary colors and they have a common blue. So, go ahead, Deb.
I was agreeing. So I put those colors together fairly often.
Yeah. And what's fun is I'm actually teaching a color confidence class at a quilting event in September. So I talk about all of these things. Green equals abundance. Aries girl, tarot is here. Hi, Allison. Yeah. Purple and green. Isn't purple and green Mardi Gras colors? Purple, green, and
Yes.
Gold. Yeah.
And yes.
Which is exactly what's encircling you at the moment, Gerald. Gold, green, and purple.
Yes. Beth likes green and brown, but I'm a triple earth.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, green is universal flow of perpetual energy and constant motion. Combo. Okay, I already said that. That was Nicole. Cosmic blue avian is Nicole. Nicole. I will try to remember that, Nicole. And did I already say this? Green signifies service, application to me. So that's helpful. And wood element is the color green, and directions are east and southeast in feng shui.
Cool.
Here you go. And colors affect feelings, like at hospital rooms is painted light purple lavender, as it is calming and reduces stress. What do you got, Betsy?
Purple jade.
There you go.
Lavender jade, I guess.
So Jennifer H is here. Jennifer, I'm glad you're here. Rewatch this because it has been freaking incredible. Okay. Wow.
Wowie. Yeah. Well, we got through 3 colors in an hour.
We got through 3 colors, and when we think of it, I only have this many more that I have notes on. So maybe there'll be a part 2. Would you like part 2, everybody? Because we can't.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. So we got through red, green, and white. So white, red, and green.
So Jennifer just dropped the bomb. Purple, green, and green just reminded me of Barney.
Yeah, that was a great yes. Yes for color. Okay.
Yeah.
I am so glad you saw
Can we
this.
sneak in one more?
All right. Betsy wants one more.
Can we try? I know a lot of us have time constraints today, but let's just go quick. Pick something ugly.
There are no ugly colors, Betsy.
Well, pick brown. Pick brown. let's get brown done in 10 minutes.
Brown. Brown. Okay.
Well, this was my joke I had with a friend. I guess we were kind of the toxic twins, but we always said we never wanted to be able to read auras because we were afraid people that could read auras could see ours and would know that they were brown.
Brown. So what do you think about the color brown? What are your associations?
Mud, sticky, depression, downtone, probably not grounded, even though it's brown, probably not grounded, a need for grounding.
I also think it is not clear. It's sometimes, depending upon the variation of brown, it could be very earthy. Yeah, of course, Beth loves brown. So does Jennifer, and so does Sherry. So,
I
and
don't I don't dislike brown. I do like brown, but I like it mixed with other colors. Like pink and brown together to me is pretty yummy.
yes, and I think the key thing for those of us who went to art school and have mixed colors together, brown is oftentimes what you get when you mix colors in not the appropriate ratios. And so I think it for me it's oftentimes it's a neutral color for me, in neutral in energy, because it can swing either way, whatever you put next to it. If you put a purple next to a brown, it can be really pretty. If you put a red next to it, it can be fiery and passionate. And so,
I
um,
think there's a reason why brown is used so much in home decor. I think it's a really good balancing act with other colors.
mhm. Yeah, yeah.
It's one of those colors that takes on the characteristics of whatever you put it with.
Yes.
It's the tofu of the color wheel.
I actually like that.
You heard it here.
The tofu of the color world. I love it. Andrea is here. Glad you're here. I call it mud when I watercolor. Yeah, mud. I love brown and neutral in decor.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, hello. Good to see you. Yeah, like mixing blue and orange. Yeah. Oh, here you go. Brown, the smell of dirt, which is divine, comfort and security, cookies in the oven, tolerances, stability, ground, and autumn.
Yeah. I think like with all things, the time, the circumstance, and the context are all so relevant.
Yeah.
So when most of my associations that I've been sharing with the colors is relevant to when I'm doing a reading. So that means something different than being in somebody's house that has beautiful creams to dark browns and all the hues in between. Which is like so comforting, and you just want to nest and stay there forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Okay, so just getting caught up in chat before we head out. Let's get realistic, darlings. There will be many parts to come. Yes,
Of
and
course.
depending upon people's availability, there may be one coming next week afternoon. But I see Betsy in the morning. Can I see her later in the day? She may get crazy.
Yeah, can do.
Stephen said the natural physical body is the lower meaning, union of the sun, dust, with the father, stone, is the higher meaning. That's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, I have to think about that. Okay. Because I actually, when you think about brown, oh no, that's a different show. Okay. Wood, chocolate brownies, earth, star chakra.
Cool.
And Mystic Traveler is, I think, earth. Yes. Earth, soil, warmth, or coolness, depending if you live in an earth house, because earth is pretty amazing. Green and red makes brown. Yes. Oh, there you go. Green and red. There you go. Brown to me is the wood element, and my mission style oak furniture. Yep. Well, and perhaps it fulfills a need for us to be out in nature. And a lot of times, what is it in the Buddhist practice? When they make their robes, they use just trash pieces of fabric, and then they dye it, and it's dyed brown because they're just over dyeing everything. So, okay, brown, all the colors mixed together in actuality. A burnt sienna or sepia has beautiful and necessary to stop and observe more energy. I agree for it. Being a neutral force and comforting too. Okay. And we have
Too much neutrality can be refusing to choose.
which is a choice.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, chocolate. We can't forget chocolate. Yeah. It must be Tuesday where Betsy lives.
Sorry, guys. I didn't
No, no,
mute.
no. Jennifer H says it makes me think of Earth, compost, new beginning, or possibilities. Chocolate cake.
Yeah. And somebody's yakking in my ear. Remind them about the peat bogs, and how you can use peat to start fires. You know, it comes from a marshy, wet bog. You dry it up and it makes great flames. So
Mm-hmm.
don't know why, but there it is.
Ooh, a shout out to wood paneling. And fertile soil, poop, protective shroud of the hermit. They use flesh colors in counselor's office. Okay.
That's creepy. Wait a minute. Ah!
Oh, tiger's eye is my favorite crystal, or top three anyhow.
Yeah.
I had a bedroom walls painted brown with rose because it makes me feel like I'm being hugged. And see, and this is the thing. This is what I hope is happening in this conversation with Tarot the Stashaway color. I'm going to actually say, I'm going to put this in. I'm going to put this, use a pencil, use a crayon, part one. What does it mean to you? What's the initial response when you see it? Think about it from your cultural awareness.
Yes.
And notice it around you. It's like you could do something. You could do Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And okay, for one day, I'm going to pay attention to all of the violet that I see, or all of the yellow. What would you notice? And I encourage you to, as you're looking at your tarot cards or your oracle cards, what's the feeling that you get when you see that?
And the way that fire or red can be too fiery and too much, brown is the opposite. So you temper a red with a color to bring the energy down. You would temper a brown with a color to bring the energy up.
Very good, very good. And
Wow.
Regina's Tarot and Wirecraft is here and is work lurking, so the virgins can be released now. And Vanessa S said, like brown tourmaline and smoky quartz helps with self-confidence.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, there's a philosophy of definitely is it's so important to pay attention to the colors, because what is that? It's just like dress for the energy that you want, wear the colors that you want to attract. All right. Brown is definitely an appetizing food color, depending upon which version of brown. We have coffee.
Yes.
Also have
Tea. Yes.
Very good point.
Yeah, brown and green have always been my favorite. Went to psychic once, and she said, I see brown and green in your past life as an explorer. Yeah, Allison, how could you forget coffee? Oh, and this is a good thing, and Pamela said one of the big aspects of pairing decks is the color matches,
Yes.
color complements. It's like picking jewelry. Well, for me anyhow. So.
Yeah. I think that's why I was so attracted to the etheric tarot, because of all the golds in it and kind of pastel colors, very Art Nouveau color palette.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, lots of browns in there.
There you go. And here you go. Give me my coffee, my dog, and Stevie Nicks, and I'm happy. I love me some Stevie Nicks. So maybe a color cast a month, maybe. I mean, I don't know if I can wait that long. Remembering color is a wave energy like sound waves.
I remember sitting in Borders in Dallas, and I read an entire book about color light therapy, and it was all dismissed as quackery. And now it's kind of coming back again a little bit, I think. But I remember it resonated really deeply with me, and I don't remember the book, but somebody can pop in the comments if they have a good book on color light therapy, because I just kind of feel like that's a thing for me.
Does anyone else smell things when they see colors?
Sometimes.
Say more about that, Deb.
It depends on the color. I mean, it just sometimes a smell will pop in with a color, like sandalwood. To me, is brown.
Okay. Nice. And Beth remembers that too. It did resonate. I am a color dark. I could talk Crayola colors all day. Well, there you go. But so what do you both oh, she's a color dork. Sorry. I don't know what I said, but later today I am having a book casual with Julie Kushia Watts and
Yes.
Jamie about this amazing deck. So be here for that tonight because I am an overachiever. I am a guest on Dozen Cats Wellness Tarot for Rock, Paper, Scissors, where we're doing readings with Allie from Heart and Soul Connected. And y'all want to tune in for Thursday because Angela and Deb and I are going to show everybody what's in our woo-woo bags.
Yes, we are.
And what do you got? What do you got coming up?
I will be here on Thursday, as you just said, but I will be on Friday with Heather and Allison for
Heather's
a good vibes.
Yeah.
On Friday evening.
Yeah. I'm also going to be on Polyterology on the Cool Crone on Friday. So, and Betsy's going to be with me next week at this time with Terry at Holding Your Space, and we are going to do readings. I'm
cool.
Thrilled, everybody. I'm thrilled. So, and maybe we'll have Betsy on again to talk about color.
Yeah, absolutely. Count me in. I'm totally down for that.
So, cool. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for being here. You all are great, and I hope this has been helpful. And I like the idea of writing the color down so it's up there. So, and there you go.
Glad it came through.
I probably can't, Regina, or not all of it. So, all right. So I'm going to play an outro so that we can say goodbye. And I encourage you, the best chatters and the best chatters in Purple Crayon, to look at around you and notice the colors. Notice your initial response to it. Where do you see that color in your environment? Do you have an elemental association, a chakra association? Is it active, receptive, or neutral? And I think that's awesome. So,
and don't forget to tune in at the top of the hour in this space for Gerald's next adventure on his Overachiever Tuesday.
All right.
Thank you both so much. It's always such a privilege to share this space with you.
Oh, privilege is all mine.
Everybody in chat.
Yes. All right. Take care, everybody.